So there you go. That's what a quick clear out of your garden shed can turn into. Yep, you can get back into a hobby that you never knew you could ever get back into. How's it going, everyone? My name is That One Trainlad here, and welcome to the very first video of my channel, where I am going to be reviewing a Class 70 in Freightliner Powerhaul livery by Bachman. Yeah, I'm back into the hobby. Doesn't take you long, does it? Does not take you long. Nice glass of water. I'm ready to review. So, the Class 70 diesel. There was a Classic 6 variant of the Powerhaul livery, and there was a 70 that will be coming out in, I think, 5 months. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get the 70. The only reason I'm going to get the 70 is because I knew in the future I would have got some 66s, because they are a really nice loco. Some people can say, oh, they're a shed, they're awful, they're too common, but no. They're a really powerful, cool, power horse loco, which is why I like them. And I think they're one of the best freight locos in Britain, but the 70 is no exception. It is an amazing loco as well, and it is a very unique design, which is why I love it. It's kind of like the modern day 58, which is really cool, because the 58s weren't really my favourite. I don't really like the look of them, but the 70s I like, because it's got more characteristic instead of just a flat end. But oh well. So let's just have a look at this amazing loco by Bachman. But first, let's flip you around. So, the brief history of Class 70. I won't read it all, because I can't read. I'll be like, that's literally how I read. Like, even English exams are just like, I don't even know how to read. But yeah, so in 2007, Freightliner and General Electric announced a new project, Genesis, which would then be later renamed to Powerhaul. And it had seen the design of a new type of freight locomotive to fit British loading gauge. I couldn't even say British then. So the Class 70 is a 129-ton loco, and it can reach up to speeds of 75 miles an hour, or 120 kilometers an hour. Which it achieves from its 3,690 horsepower engine. And it's a really, really good loco because it has a new low emissions, which means it's better for the environment. However, if you see it clag, you'd think otherwise. Seriously, when this thing clags, it's like a steam train. It literally wants to be a majestic steam train, but it can keep wishing. But yeah, these came to Britain in 2009, and they were just really, really cool, never seen before on British railways, really, which were a really, really nice, iconic design. I wasn't into railways then, but you know, when I saw the 70, I was like, wow, that's a cool looking loco, and it is, because it's nice to see, you know, all these old types of locos like 37 still running. As compared to the brand new ones that are just like flat fronted. But I must say the 68s are really cool as well. Oh, they're so amazing, so cool to look at. Anyway, enough about the history. Let's get into the model. So it is by Bachman, and this packaging is absolutely amazing. Hornby have started to do it now as well, which is quite good, because it does look nice. But the thing with Hornby, they don't have the little windows, so you can't see what the model actually looks like. But to me, sometimes it's quite fun, because you like to see, ooh, what's inside. Is it me? Nah, I'm just probably just weird. But yeah, it's also winter, so my hands are looking awful, because I have eczema, which is not fun. It's not fun. Winter, go away. Go away, winter. Right. Moving on, packaging aside, I almost dropped it there. This is the paperwork. Some people call it gumph. But it's actually really important, because if you need spare parts, you know, you can have a look. Never available, but you know, it's fine. And it also tells you how to lubricate the model, how to fit DCC, how to, you know, do the cab lights and things and all that. So it's really, really interesting of how to take the body off, how to fit things. Really, really, really useful piece of paperwork. I always keep it in the box. I always store my locos in the box, because I think that's where they're safest. Instead of, you know, putting them in, or just leaving them on the shelf. The safest in the box, and you look at its packaging. Nothing's really going to harm it unless you throw it from 100 feet. But yeah, so the Freightliner is in what people call the block of ice. However, me being a Star Wars fan, well, used to be a Star Wars fan, I call it carbonite packaging, because it looks like Han Solo has been trapped in carbonite. So, let's get the 70 out of the carbonite packaging. Slide it right off. So much plastic. Luckily, I don't throw it away, so I doubt people would throw it away, and if you do, what are you doing? There we go, there it is. Let's carefully lift it out. There we go. Don't drop. What I say every day, don't drop, that's gonna fall. I'll just leave it there. And there you go. There is a 70. So we'll take a look at it now in much closer detail. And just have a look at the general detail of it. I won't go over the detail too much, like, oh, this is really cool, this handrail is white, it's perfect. No, I'll just go a quick overview, and then we'll get to running it, and then I'll tell you my final thoughts of the locomotive. Now, if you look to the side of the locomotive, it is caped in warning stickers, which some may find annoying, but it's actually a lot more realistic, because, my apologies for the little cut there, guys, my mother decided to come in and say hello, which, to be honest, is very nice. She's a great mum. Right, back to the review, shall we? So as you can see, it's caped in warning stickers, which is really, really realistic and authentic to the model. It brings out a really, as I said, realistic vibe to it. Whereas if there was no warning stickers there, you'd be like, that's a bit plain. So it's quite nice to have them. The logo is really nicely painted on, or transferred on, or whatever you want to call it, decaled, I don't know. But it's very, very nicely printed. And the livery application is really, really nice. Like, it looks really realistic as well. What I do like about this model as well is it's got separately fitted handrails everywhere. Like, you've got really delicate ones here and all over here. I'll just zoom you in. So, like, you see up there. So, up there, you've got separately fitted handrails all over, which I think is really, really good. And this is the very cool narrow walkway, which is what makes it look like the 58 in my opinion. So it's very, 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 very cool in my opinion. The bogie detail is really, really good. It does look realistic. It's one moulded piece of plastic. However, there is detailing there. There's some, I think there's warning stickers or something about, you know, some kind of sticker. I can't talk as well. And there is some painted detail as well, which is a very nice consideration by Bachman. The middle underframe detail has got some painted detail as well, but there is not much there, but there's nothing much there on the real life loco, so not much you can do about it. And they do look like they can open, so again, more really cool, realistic stuff. The roof of the model, again, is very good. You can see all the exhausts, more warning stickers. And there's fans, which you can see, but unfortunately they do not spin. But that'll just add up the price even more. But oh well. And the new modification on this model is the air intake, which the older models don't have. And also the older 70s in real life didn't have them, but they do now. Moving to what everyone loves, in my opinion, is the front. I mean, just look how iconic that looks. It looks really, really cool. The front is really, really good. You do have lights that light up, as well as sprung buffers as well. You do have a guy in the cab, and he's wearing a green uniform. So, you know, Freightliner green. So that's really cool. If they put in a blue one, you'd be thinking, hang on a minute. DRS working for Freightliner, what's going on? But no, it's really green, which I think is a really nice touch by Bachman as well. You've got separately fitted handrails, and you've even got more warning stickers as well, along with the do not go over warning strip. You've got the logo there as well. Grills as well. That's not a grill, is it? That's just, you know, let's just stop. A really cool thing actually about the 70, which my good friend Alex told me about, is you see these lights here. They literally can't pull passenger trains unless they're hooked up to another loco. Because on a corner, the I think it's doors or the side of the coach will just like hit these lights, damage them and break them, which is not good. So for freight purposes only, that's the Class 70. And there's also other stickers under there as well, along with air dams and your vacuum piping and a coupler, which is separately fitted as well, and which you have to fit yourself. A really cool thing about this loco as well, before we get into running it, is if I flip it upside down, be very careful not to damage it. There we go. Oh, it's upside down, that's great, isn't it? But if you can see there, it says, just there, in the middle, it says rear, cab and front. So if you're working on analog or DC, you can have a cab light on, you can decide whether it's on or off, which I think is a really nice touch by Bachman. Also, you can have two different directional lighting choices. I think one's a daylight and one's a night light, but I could be wrong there, or one's just different lights. And I think that's a really, really cool design compared to the Class 66 where you just have one light control. It's really annoying because it doesn't look right if you're running it in the day, in the night time. But no, it's a really, really good optional extra. Not optional extra, like a little detailing or a little tweak that Bachman have added for the 70, and it's really, really cool. So there is the 70. Enough of me blabbering on. I'm going to hook it up to a train and I'm going to give you a little running session. See you in a moment. Well, there you have it. She is now hooked up to an empty intermodal service. And now I'm going to give you a few shots of her going around the layout, and then I'll give my final thoughts of this stunning model. And there you have it, a really cool running session with Bachman's amazing Class 70. Overall, I'm going to give this model a 8 out of 10. The detail is absolutely amazing, a definite 10 out of 10 for detail. Sorry, not 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10 for detail. The annoying thing is with the 70 is to like change the lights, you know, from underneath the body. You have to like use a toothpick or a screwdriver, but I won't recommend a screwdriver. I use the toothpick because it won't damage the plastic. You can't get to them with your finger because there's just that much, there's just like plastic in the way. I think like tanks and stuff are in the way, so you literally have to use that, and that's quite annoying. You should be able to just flick it normally like on the 66 and 37 models, but apart from that, it's an absolutely stunning model. And if you want a really cool, realistic modern era freight locomotive, you should definitely go and buy a Class 70 by Bachman. It's absolutely a superb model and a definite recommendation. Thank you very much for watching my very first video on my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see other reviews, then please just say so, and I'll get to reviewing. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is That One Train Lab. Have a great day. Goodbye.